I first came to Shenandoah, even on my interview day, I could just feel how tight-knit of a community Shenandoah was. And not to mention, it's the only program in the country where you can pursue both your MSAT and DPT simultaneously. The faculty are just genuinely invested in their students and care. They realize that they're cultivating future colleagues, not just clinicians that they'll never see again. For clinical experiences, I was on a lot, so let me see if I can remember them all. I was at Exos out in Frisco, Texas, which is a sports performance clinic where I worked primarily with individuals preparing for the NFL Combine. I worked at UVA Health South, specifically with individuals recovering from spinal cord injury. I was at a plethora of outpatient orthopedic clinics throughout the state of Virginia, and then I also worked at a couple local high schools.
I chose Shenandoah dual program for a multitude of different reasons. One, it was an opportunity to combine both things that I was interested in, which was physical therapy and athletic training, and do kind of a condensed, accelerated program. It gave me an opportunity to kind of work through the whole range of spectrum from rehab all the way up through performance, which is something that I wanted to try to blend. And I liked that there were smaller class sizes. I felt like I had a good opportunity to get to know my classmates, as well as an opportunity to get to know my professors, and my professors a chance to get to know me, which I really felt like facilitated my learning and growth while I was here. I think Shenandoah's program in general is very special because of their commitment to excellence, their use of technology, and looking through the evidence and the resources to provide the best possible education that they can for the students going through that program. In regards to the clinical experiences that I've had in the program, I've had an opportunity to work down in Pensacola, Florida at an Exos facility where I got to work with special operations and special forces. I also had an opportunity to go out to University of Arizona with their football team, so I had an experience with Division I football. And I got to see what time commitment and effort commitment it takes to get those elite athletes back onto the field.
When I came to interview at Shenandoah is when I found out about the dual degree program, and knowing that I wanted to kind of have a career in sports or like a sports orthopedic setting, you know, that decision was pretty much made for me. I think I was very lucky, and I'm very grateful that I went to Shenandoah. Early in my career, I got to serve as clinical instructor for 20 plus students, and I might be a little biased here, but I feel like the education that you get at Shenandoah sets you up for success once you get out into your clinical rotations, just with the, you know, the didactic knowledge that you have. So having the dual degree athletic training program start in the summer before PT starts, you know, you hit the ground running, but it's just extra time to kind of hone in on your study habits. It's extra time to digest the material. And then once the PT program gets rolling, you begin your athletic training, clinical experiences. And so it's extra hands-on time. It's extra time in the clinic, extra time in the training room, where you really get to see how things work, how things interact. I will say that every job that I've had once I graduated came from a clinical experience I had at Shenandoah. I currently work as a PTAT for the Philadelphia Eagles, and prior to coming here, I was a director of rehab at the University of Washington, worked in their football program, and prior to that, I was a performance physical therapist at Exos.